Hi everyone, and welcome to the highest capital city in the world. We are here in La Paz, Bolivia, after taking 2 flights over from Sucre, feeling pretty fresh because we didn't take a bus, which is nice. And we also got to stop off in Santa Cruz, which was nice and sunny and tropical, and we got to feel what it was like to be at a normal altitude for a few hours and have lunch there. So yeah, we're now staying in a nice little apartment called Bolivian Home B&B. It's the best of both worlds because we've got, as you can see here, this big studio apartment with a bed and a spare bed, which we always end up having just all the junk goes on there. Got our own kitchen and everything, but we've also got the benefit of hostel facilities. So we've got people downstairs where you can go and book tours, get information, get snacks, get drinks, and you can't drink the water in Bolivia, so luckily they do provide you some water here, but it's quite expensive. So we had to go to the shop last night and schlep up the hill with these 2 big bottles of water, but we're glad that's done. And now we are free and fresh out of the shower to explore Bolivia. The flight in was insane. We were like flying between mountains on either side of us, and it looked like La Paz was just appearing like over the side of the mountain. And you can actually see we've got a really cool view here from our room, and you can see what I mean by the shape of La Paz from the view here. Look at that. We are staying in a really good location. The sun is shining, and we are right in the heart of La Paz, close to the Witches Market, which we're going to go and check out today. I've only seen it on Google. So yeah, we're going to go do that and grab a bit of food and then go check out these famous gondolas of La Paz, because that's their transport and how you get around in La Paz. So yeah, what a view! This is amazing. And here we are, outside in the main city of La Paz. The sun is shining, people are everywhere. So cool seeing all the scenery behind us. But first of all, we need to get ourselves some food and some coffee. Even though breakfast is included with our accommodation, it's pretty basic, so we need like a little brunch basically. There's a really cool place called Cafe del Mundo, which is a Swedish-owned place. It's the most travel-y loving cafe you've ever seen. It's like spread across 5 different continents. Each room is a different continent that you can sit in, and you can order dishes from all around the world. We know this because as soon as we arrived last night, I found it on Google, and we went there for dinner. So we figured we'd go there for brunch this morning as well. So first stop, brunch. Let's go. Cafe del Mundo. And you've got one of your favourite pastries left, you've got to grab it quick. First room is Asia. Then we have Oceania, Africa, the Americas, and then Europe.
Sorry?
So I went for scrambled eggs on toast, Craig went for a full breakfast, and I got a caramel latte, Craig got a cappuccino, and we got a nice Thai sunrise cocktail to share.
Ciao.
We're Craig and Kirsty, a couple who have been on the road for the past 3 years, sharing our adventures around the world. Right now we're making our way through South America and exploring everything it has to offer. If you enjoy seeing new places and real experiences, please subscribe and welcome to the adventures of Tide Not Travellers.
This street's going to look so nice when it's done. You can see all the chalk lines, and they're going to paint it like all the other colourful streets. It's so cool to see them actually making these designs.
We wondered why they had taped off some of the streets, and we thought it's because we couldn't walk down them, but it's actually to stop the traffic so that they can paint the tiles.
It's paint day.
It does seem to be. We heard some noise coming from the main square, which is just down from our accommodation earlier, and maybe this is what they were talking about, how they're going to paint the streets.
These ones are circular, whereas the other ones are like diamonds.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to being here in a few days' time and seeing what it looks like coming back in the street in a few days' time.
There's so many circles.
Yeah.
We've walked across like 10 circles, and there's more
Yeah, these
all the way
plans.
along the street.
Seeing how colourful the others look. This is like the most bland looking street for now. just wandering around all the colourful streets here in La Paz and heading to the Witches Market. And this is my favourite street because of all the colourful diamonds that go down it. Just seen a guy making some baskets all colourful. You can see them decorated across the street there. It's just really nice and creative. The most South American place I think we've been to so far. I feel like I say that a lot, but it's just so full of colour and South American vibes. These streets are busy with pedestrians, vehicles, so at any second you have to be ready just to dive out the way and get in a shop or something. It's crazy.
They look like they're having so much fun putting it up. We stood there laughing. Hola, buen día.
Again, right, we've got to dive out the way, there's a car coming. Now we're on this beautiful umbrella street, so you know you're in a tourist hotspot when you see this. There's a bit of filming going on, so we're going to get out of their way. But yeah, at the Witches Market you can buy everything like local crafts, cool tourist t-shirts, and obviously people are going to come up to you and try and sell you stuff, but it's not too bad, it's a good amount, it's nice, it's friendly just to chat to the locals and see them out having fun and decorating their lovely little Witches Market. It's cool. Also noticed here in the markets there's actually a lot of options to pay with card, like a con tarjeta, which is pretty rare in Bolivia. Even in our hotels we're having to draw cash out and pay cash, which we had to do this morning actually. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. You can buy all these goods and pay on card. So this explains the music that we could hear from our accommodation, which is just to the side of this basilica. There's some kind of, I don't know, event going on with some fun music and blue and white balloons everywhere, parades and singing. But look at this stunning San Francisco Basilica behind me. It's amazing. Crazy busy here, but yeah, what a lovely day. It's a Friday, it's 2 o'clock, everyone's happy. Let's go up, get some views. That was fun. That was fun.
Picked up some positive vibes from the events going on in the square, and now it's time to jump on the gondola and see La Paz from the sky.
I forgot to mention earlier, obviously said that this is the highest capital city in the world. It's actually 3,600 metres above sea level. So once again, sorry if we sound breathy on camera.
Hence the lack of breath.
And there's a lot of hills as well. Boletos, this is where you get your tickets. Becky. I did think, how do we get back down? So I forgot my mask today, I left it at home. Luckily I was able to buy one here for $1 Boliviano, although I hate these disposable masks because they're bad for the environment, so bad me. And they're horrible to wear. Wow, that looks so cool. Already 3,600 metres up, what's a few more going to do?
And we're on the famous cable cars in La Paz. It costs 3 Bolivianos per person, so obviously the two of us it was 6, and the purple cable car is the one that's closest to us, and we're heading up to Alto. And the views from these cable cars is absolutely insane. It literally takes you across the top of all the buildings and all the streets. It's a really, really good way of having a transportation system around a busy, congested city.
Especially when it's built up on hills like this. There is also an option where you can buy a card for 30 Bolivianos and hop on, hop off, which is what I wanted to do for a space because it'd be easier. But unfortunately today they've run out. I asked her if they'd have any mañana and she said no, they've completely run out. So we're going to have to just keep paying 3 Bolivianos each time we get on. It's fine, it was just a time saving.
We don't know if it's at that specific gondola station or all of them or on this line, but who knows. Yeah. But yeah, we're not too far from the top. Views of other areas, so you can see just over there, that's the mountains that we came in on the plane. Incredible to see.
That was insane.
You can literally see how the city spills over the edge of the mountain and down into this valley. Absolutely insane.
Especially when you're in an aeroplane coming towards it. It's like, mountain, mountain. Ah, does the pilot know the city's in front of us? I wasn't scared at all, honest. Look at all the amazing coloured rooftops. It's really cool views from here. totally worth 3 bolivianos. I can't believe how compact it is. There's literally not a spare bit of space looking down at the city. No space for greenery or gardens or anything. It's just little houses piled up on top of each other. Awesome to see, but it's a bit of a building jungle. Just built into like a valley. I imagine for locals this must be so normal for them because they're getting transported around at this, but as a tourist, it's pretty awesome. Now we are on the Silver Line gondolas. We're basically just riding the gondolas all day because why not? We're tourists, we can. But look at that view. Oh, look at the plane landing! Wow!
That was us a couple of days ago. Look at that.
Yeah, these views are stunning. We don't really have much of a plan today other than just to wander around and see the city and take in these views and enjoy the gondolas. Every time we pay to go on a different coloured line, it's 3 pesos per person. What we learned was we paid 3 pesos per person to go up and we had to get off and pay 3 pesos to come back down as well. We tried to stay on and they'd like, you've got to get off. We're like, we're going down. And we realised we had to pay. We're like, we weren't trying to get our pay and we just didn't know. But these views are insane. I think of all the cable cars, this one's my favourite so far. We're on the Silver Line going towards the Mirador, which means viewpoint, which is why we thought we'd give it a go. And I can already see it's a pretty stunning viewpoint. You can just see the yellow line there going up and the blue line going down. We haven't been on those lines yet. We're going to go grab a quick coffee with a view. So we got to the end of the Silver Line to see the Mirador, and as I expected, it was just the same viewpoint that we could see from the gondola, which is pretty nice, but to be honest, you get a better view from the actual gondola. But we thought we'd grab a quick coffee, or I've got a chai tea, and enjoy the views for a minute, which you can see there. I'm looking forward to going back on the gondola across to see it again. But after this, we're going to head over to El Alto to see the markets and just see what's going on there. It's quite a chilled afternoon, I like this. Hanging out on the gondolas, looking at the PAZ, drinking coffee. It is as I thought though. I wish we could have got the card today because it's been a real faff having to constantly pay and get different pieces of paper. I've got about 6 pieces of paper now and I'm like, which one's my ticket? I don't know. Like, that was for the last gondola, this is for this gondola. So yeah, shame if you can and they've got the cards, get yourself a card. It's definitely easier. Wow, we've gone a bit off-piste. We decided, because we realised the markets are closed, we just wandered off on our own and found our own Mirador. This is a pretty hectic one. But yeah, stunning.
Yeah, before we get the cable car back down from El Alto, from the gondola station there is a 16-minute walk to a Mirador with a white cross. So I just figured let's walk there and watch the sunset. And hopefully we'll get down there before the valley goes into the shade. Let's go. Down these mental stairs.
Is this the way down? We have to go this way?
Yeah.
Oh!
That's the way, wifey.
That means we've got to come back up to get to the gondola.
Let's get to this viewpoint.
Living here must be pretty cool. Waking up and seeing this view every day. Like, all these houses all along here have this view.
Can we go this way? Pardon me?
I think it's
We have an escort through this residential area. I was going to say favelas, I'm not sure it's quite that, but we have a security escort anyway. One down there and one up there.
we're kind of forward in.
Hopefully this is all we're going to be met with. So we've ended up in this labyrinth of narrow residential streets and we've come to a bit of a dead end here and we're absolutely blowing.
Yeah.
We're trying to get to that Mirador down there with the white cross. We just ended up going down these really steep, narrow footpaths
Getting
in
woofed
between
out.
houses, yeah, getting barked at by all the territorial dogs.
We love dogs, but not the savage
We don't want to
territorial
get
barking
bitten.
kind.
We don't want to get bitten. We're not here for that. So,
Yeah.
to be fair, we're higher up here anyway, so you've got more of a view here anyway. It's quite painful because this is the purple line gondola that we came up, and it goes right over that viewpoint, that mirador with the cross. But I think we're just going to have to see it from here, and then we'll get that gondola back over the cross and back down to where we're staying.
Basically, our first day in the PAZ has just been all about good food, good coffee, gondolas and views, which I don't think's bad for a first day. We had great sunshine, some nice dogs, some not so nice dogs. It's been an adventure. And we kind of know our way around a bit better now, so that's good. That bodes well. We're going to book some tours for the next few days. I think tomorrow we'll probably just spend another day doing a few of the other sites. And yeah, pretty happy with our first day. Even if we did really get bitten by some crazy dogs. So we've just come back to the purple line, ready to go down. And even though we already bought a ticket to go down from where we were, because we then bought another ticket and went across on the silver line and then came back here, our previous ticket that goes straight the way down no longer works, even though it says 24 hours. So I've then been forced to buy another ticket. So I've got all these tickets and none of them work, so I've had to go and pay another. It's just a fact. This is why I wanted to buy that card at the start of the day, because I knew this would be a nightmare. So yeah, top advice. If you can get a card, get a card. But as with a lot of things in Bolivia, it doesn't work or it runs out, and that's what we found today. And yeah, it's crazy that we've had to buy another ticket even though we've already paid for one all the way back down to where we started. So here we go, finally have another ticket. Spent a fortune on these tickets today.
I've got a Bolivian SIM, and interestingly you can't actually tether another phone to my Bolivian SIM. It doesn't give you the option, and it's all the Huawei 5G network here in Bolivia.
Made it back to the room. I just wanted to show you our evening view of La Paz. It's a busy, barred up little city. Welcome to another sunny day here in La Paz. So last night we went out for dinner at this really nice place called the Carrot Tree and had beautiful views across the city with all the twinkly lights. So we figured today let's head there for brunch and see it in the daylight. So yeah, let's go. So this was the display they were making yesterday when we came here. None of this was here. It's as if they saw the umbrella street and decided, we'll take your umbrellas and we'll raise you parachuting dolls. Look how colourful it is. All the baskets they were painting on the street yesterday. Now they've made this really cool display. I love the witches market, it's so creative.
And if you ever come to La Paz and feel like you're being watched, it's because you are. They just have these dolls everywhere. And when you're walking through the streets, you see them out the corner of your eye and it's like, oh, there's a person there. No, it's dolls.
And look at the views across the city from here. This is why we came up here. So as well as the amazing views, they do amazing food and smoothies and coffee. So I've gone for a poached egg, avocado and cherry tomatoes, and Craig's got scrambled egg, avocado and bacon on toast, of course. So yeah, so nice. So lovely to see it in the daylight and sunny. We can see all the gondolas going all around the city right here while we're eating our brunch. It's nice. massive buildings in this square, this plaza. So after a lovely little lunch, we've come over to Plaza Murillo, which is the main central plaza in La Paz, and it's where all the political things happen in Bolivia. So prominent buildings on the square include the Presidential Palace, the National Congress of Bolivia, and the Cathedral of La Paz. It's a really interesting place. There's trees everywhere, quite a lot going on, some pigeons flying towards me right now. I'm just going to go and have a little wander around and see some of the things that are going on here. It's pretty nice.
As well as being the central plaza for politics in Bolivia, Plaza Murillo is also the historical centre of La Paz, built in 1558. During colonial times, Plaza Murillo was on the Spanish side of the Prado, and it became the centre of action because it was the main water source in town. The city of La Paz is named so as its full name in Spanish is Nuestra Señora de la Paz, meaning Our Lady of Peace. Although La Paz is thought of by many as the capital city of Bolivia, this is not actually the case. La Paz was established as the seat of government for the legislative and executive branches, while Sucre retained the seat of the judicial branch of the Bolivian government. To this day, Sucre remains the only official capital of Bolivia, but La Paz is considered by many as the de facto capital. For us, we simply enjoyed wandering around in the sunshine in this famous square, filled with happy faces in this fascinating city full of juxtapositions. Traditional Aymara women carrying their colourful aguayos and going about their day, walking alongside students in European football shirts and glamorous Instagram models, all with an equally mixed backdrop of architecture, from crumbling colonial style to buildings designed by the same man who designed the Eiffel Tower. La Paz has to be seen to be believed.
Time to jump in a taxi and head to Mirador Quiliculi. Let's go.
Para Mirador Quiliculi, por favor. Gracias.
Hola.
To our final place of the day at Mirador Quiliculi, which is a free viewpoint here in the city, and you can see 360 panoramic views of both the city and the mountains in the background. We took a short taxi here from where we were in the main square. Should have been short, but actually the traffic in Paz is crazy and they love to beep their horns, so it took us about 20 minutes or so. But yeah, we made it. I love a free view like this, and it's got like a little kids play park up here. It's just very scenic. Yeah, how cool. Get awesome views from the gondola, or you can get your free view here at Mirador Quiliculi. Awesome.
Just over here you can see Plaza Murillo, where we've just been, with the governmental buildings and the palaces. If I turn around a little bit more, over the top there is where you have El Alto, and just over here you can see the purple line that goes up to the top. You won't be able to see it in the camera, but I can see that mirador that we tried to make it to with the cross, and that really steep residential area that we walked down to try and get to it. But you can see how La Paz, from El Alto on the top there, just spills over the edge of the mountain and down into this valley, and just look how jam-packed this city is. It's insane. And also that Eiffel Tower looking structure on the top of the mountain there, that's at the end of the Silver Line where we went across and got a coffee. You can see the main peak over there, Mount Illimani, which is up at 6,500 meters, and that's the mountain that we flew past when we came into La Paz, and we went into El Alto airport, which is on the top of the mountain over there. Amazing views here.
And after 2 days exploring La Paz, we are ready to go and see some nature. We have really enjoyed La Paz, way more than we expected to. We're usually nature type people, but there's actually plenty of quiet spaces you can find here amongst all the busyness and the craziness and the traffic. So yeah, we've had a really good time. Food's been great, people have been friendly and helpful. It's been awesome. Thank you, La Paz. And I hope you've enjoyed watching the video and the tour of the city over the last few days. And join us for our upcoming adventures, because we are headed out on some adventures nearby into nature, and we've got some big challenges coming up too. So yeah, don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you soon for another Bolivian adventure nearby. Bye!